It has been said that there are 5 love languages. And I've asked, with the theme of love, Deb Wilson to come, and she's going to give some explanation to what maybe those 5 love languages are. We'll meet 3 times, this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow morning, and she's going to break that theme up and give us a lesson on the 5 love languages.
I'm glad you all are here for the ladies' conference. It's always exciting for us to have visitors come see us and for the people who live here. First, I have a question for you. What would you do if a stranger walked up to you and spoke a different language than you know? If you know English, they spoke Chinese, or they spoke Spanish, what would you do? I don't know what I think I would do. Try to figure out what they're trying to say. So you look at them and, what was that again? What was that again? And they try to tell you what they're trying to say, and they point, and you know it's getting nowhere. You would probably stop speaking to them and try to find somebody that speaks their language. What's even worse, what if someone that you know and love, somebody from your family, were to walk up to you and say something that you didn't understand, speak a totally different language? Well, that would kind of confuse you because you've been living with them, you're not sure what they're saying. Travis learned Latin this year. My son is 9 years old. And he came home and tried to speak Latin to me. I had no idea what he was saying, so he was explaining it. And so it was nice and it was cute. But if he did that all the time, I would probably get a little frustrated. And the relationship, if he always talked like that, our relationship would be hindered. Well, that's a little bit of a presentation to the love languages. How many have ever heard of the love languages? Anybody? Okay. I was studying, looking at them quite a while ago and figuring out what my love language is, what my husband's love language is. And I came to realize that I was not speaking my husband's love language. I was speaking my love language to him, which to him was a different language. My love language is, well, there's quite a few, there's 5, and I'm gonna start with 2. And I have one love language out of all 5, or maybe I have all 5, I'm not sure. But sometimes I think I have all 5. But in the love languages I'm gonna talk about today, I'm gonna talk about 2. First of all, acts of service is one of them. You're thinking, what? And the question to that is, my question I had too, what? Acts of service. Well, acts of service to that person that has that language, you're trying to speak it, your actions will speak louder than words. And I found that out really fast. I was trying with my husband to speak my love language to him. My love language is words of affirmation, pleasant words to somebody. When people talk to me, or my husband tells me nice things, I think, oh, well, that's nice. And I feel loved by that. If he walks in and says, you know what, I'm so glad I married you. I'm glad we've been married for 19 years. I'm glad we have a son. You're the best mom he could ever have. I will feel loved all year long. I even told him once, if you want to lie and say stuff to me, that's great, do it, because I'll believe it, I promise. But if he says nice things to me, I figured out I feel loved. That's pretty easy, pretty cheap too. He doesn't have to pay for it. But I figured out that I was doing that to him. And I felt like I was banging my head against the wall because he was feeling frustrated and I'm trying to show him I love him. You have the biggest muscles. You're the most good-looking guy in the church. You are Mr. Incredible. You are da-da-da-da-da. And he likes to hear that. But just that, he didn't feel loved. But I thought I was loving him. So later on when I figured out what the love languages were, I found out his was acts of service. And what I figured out was so easy, I could have kicked myself. When he walks in the house and the house is clean, and the counter in our kitchen's a real long counter, if that's cleaned off, he feels loved. I don't understand that. I think it's great the house is clean, but I don't understand that at all. But what I do understand is that he feels loved, he feels prepared for, he feels thought about, he feels loved like I thought about him and know that he needs this. So when I figured that out, I was reading and said, that is my husband. Wow, I'm so excited to find that out. So when we talked about it, we talked about our love languages and it really helped me to understand. Then the other day I was with my son Travis. He's 9 years old, he's in 3rd grade, he loves superheroes. And I said to him, Travis, I have a question for you. If mommy were to look at you and say, you are faster than Flash, you are better looking than Batman, you fly higher than Superman, or if I were to say to you, I would like to spend all day with you playing basketball and soccer and building Legos, which I do love to do, I have to admit, love building Legos. And so I can live vicariously through my child, which is nice. I asked him, I said, if I spent all day with you, or if I told you all these good things about yourself, which one would you like better? And he said, oh, spend all day with me. Well, that's my second love language I want to talk about, is quality time. Quality time, spending quality time with that person who needs it, that is the world to them. And I didn't realize it. I can spend time with my son with other people all day long. I did it last summer. I was with somebody else, other friends, and he was with us. And he said to me that night, you didn't spend any time with me today. And I thought, what in the world? I said, yes, I did. And he said, no, you didn't spend time with me. I thought, oh, wow. So the other day we played basketball, and I'm glad to say I beat him in horse. And I didn't even try to, but he was doing well, but I had to. He was a little upset, but we did spend quality time together, and he felt very loved. So instead of saying, I don't get them, I don't get what these people want, I don't understand why I keep frustrating my husband or my friend or my grandma or my mother, instead of getting frustrated and getting them frustrated, try to learn their language. Try to speak what they're speaking, and try to learn their language and show love that way.